Hi you guys. Oh my gosh, this background makes me look like a professional YouTuber. I set this up for my boutique. Thought it'd be a cute little backdrop, and now I've got a little extra spot to film. So, wine chat, welcome back. I have not done one of these in a long time, and I need a sip of wine. Oof. Okay, it'll get better. Maybe because it was in the fridge for like a week. Anyways, hi guys. I mentioned in one of my recent videos my 2021 goals, what you guys wanted to see more of, and a lot of you said that you really do like sit down videos and you love my wine chats and you missed them. So here we are with a wine chat. I want to talk about a bunch of random stuff. I'm going to talk about COVID. I'm going to talk about my mental health. I'm going to talk about some trash TV. So we'll have a lot of fun tonight. Grab a drink, grab a snack. It might be a little long. Okay, what do I want to talk about first? First of all, I'm going to talk about my hair, because in my last vlog I mentioned that I really wanted to get, okay, I'm also going to try to look at the camera, because when I'm editing sit down videos, I am like all over the place, and it's because that's just like how I think and I talk, and I'm like looking everywhere. I'm going to try just look at you guys. Okay, my hair, I mentioned I really wanted extensions in my last vlog, and I've decided not to get them. A lot of you guys were like, do it if you want, but you're trying to save money. Like, thanks for the support, and like not telling me like absolutely no, or like telling me to just like go for it and spend all my money. But I decided not to. I was so close, like literally about to go over to her salon and do the deposit. I was so close, but I'm not gonna do it. One thing that actually made me change my mind is something that she posted, which is good for her, because people need to be aware of this. She had shared something, this hairstylist, and it was from a different hairstylist, but she shared it. It was like 2 clients that had 8 weeks worth of hair growth from their extensions, and one of them was completely fine, ready to move up. The other one was like all matted and tangled and nasty looking, and they had to charge her like $200 to get out all the tangles, and then she had to buy all brand new hair because it was all ruined. And hair is like $1,000. Like that's the prices we're talking, like hair and installation and cut and cut. Like, it was outrageous. That's why I was gonna maybe do like the little like simple one that was just 1 row and then a shorter length, but that threw me off. I was like, this really is, she told me that. She's like, it's a lifestyle, like it's a lot of maintenance. You gotta go all the time and get your hair moved up. You gotta get your highlights done, like everything. It's just a lot of maintenance, and it made me realize like I don't do that right now with my hair. So what makes me think I'm gonna do that if I have extensions? Like, I don't wanna waste my money, and I was thinking extensions would make my hair so that I could just like wake up and like feel cute. But honestly, it's not gonna be like that. You can't even go to bed with your hair wet. Like, there's so much maintenance into it, and I couldn't just like run a brush through my hair quickly. Like, I feel like you just have to like really work with it. So I'm not gonna do it. I am trying to just like the past 2 days I've showered and blow dried my hair, which typically I would go like 1 or 2 or 3 days without washing my hair, just because it's a pain, honestly. Who doesn't like think that? If you're a woman, like, we hate washing our hair. So if I wash my hair and like use my like big round brush blow dryer, I can get, like I just did that this morning, I can get a lot of volume. If I curl it, style it, like it looks cute. Like, I don't hate it right now. So I think I just need to like focus more on like what I have and work with it and just make it look better. I think I go days without washing my hair and I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, it's so nasty, but like that's my own fault. I just need to take better care of my hair. I also ordered collagen. One of my friends suggested to try the Modier Life liquid collagen, so I put it on Instagram. A ton of you guys said it's amazing. She said it made her hair grow so fast that like she couldn't keep up with like her grays showing through, so I would like that. So I ordered that. It is a little bit pricey, but I think it'll be worth it. I mean, it's nothing compared to hair extensions, and it's like healthy for your body. So it has other benefits just other than just your hair. Obviously your skin, your nails, and like collagen, joints, like so many other things go along with collagen. So that's the route. Ew, why is this wine so terrible? I'm gonna drink it though. That's the route I'm gonna go with my hair. So now I'll get into COVID. I didn't want to talk about it, but you know what? I am gonna just tell my story because I put it on an Instagram post. I kind of just slid it in there. I was like talking about 2020 and I was like, and I had COVID. And so many of you guys were like, please tell us more about your COVID experience. Tell us, do a video on it. And all right, fine. We'll do a video on it. I never told anybody, like I never told anyone like on social media. Obviously people in my family and stuff knew, but like I didn't like announce it because it's just, to me, and especially at that time and the time that you personally have it, it's like a scarlet letter. Like you just feel like the worst human. Like, oh my gosh, I have this disease that everyone's trying not to get, and now I have it. And like, I just felt so ashamed of myself that I had it that I didn't want to tell anybody. So I feel like I can talk about it now, but yeah, I just did not want to share when I had it. So yes, I had COVID. I got it back in the summertime. And I feel like most people probably don't know where they got COVID from because you could get it from anywhere and it's just like, you know, you don't really know where you got it from. In my situation, I'm like 99% sure of where I got it from. Like I know where I got it from. So I'll tell you guys the story. So basically, went to the pool. I went to the pool like all summer on the weekends. If you guys like followed me on here or Instagram, you probably knew that our pool was open. They did have like regulations, like there couldn't be more than so many people. I don't remember how many, but they had regulations, but like you didn't have to wear masks or anything because we're in the pool. And like my thought, you know, things changed so much with COVID, but my thought at the time was like, we're in the water, it's like chlorine, disinfecting, and there's sunshine on us. Like I didn't think like much of it. I also wasn't really like, I felt like COVID was, you know, never gonna happen to me just because I didn't know anyone personally that had it at the time. So I didn't think much about it, but we went to the pool a lot. So we'd go into the pool and let's see, about a few days later, I had like some cold symptoms, but here's the thing. I was around cigarette smoke, and anytime I'm around cigarette smoke, I'm like highly allergic, and I get, I basically develop a cold from cigarette smoke. So I can get like really scratchy throat, runny nose, and turn into a full-blown cold like just from being around cigarette smoke. So I was around cigarette smoke and started to have like those symptoms, and I just assumed it was from the cigarette smoke and nothing else. And that cold lasted about 2 days. I'd say it was like an average cold, maybe a little bit more aggressive, but it was only 2 days long and then it was gone. And this time during the cold, I was with my parents. Like they knew I was sick, like they knew I had a cold, but they didn't think anything of it. Neither did I. Like it just, you know, it wasn't even like a thing or like whatever. Like that's the thing, is like I just had no idea that I was actually going to be getting it. So like no one really gets a cold in the summertime. I mean, sometimes you do, but like I just assumed it was from the cigarette smoke. So that went away in about 2 days. And then I just felt kind of pretty normal actually the next couple of days. And then like 3 days after the cold, I got a text from my friend saying that our friend from the pool tested positive with COVID. And I was like, oh, okay. And so then she's like, have you been feeling anything? And I was like trying to play it cool. I was like, no, not really. And then I was like, have you? And she's like, not really. And I was like, I mean, I feel like maybe I have a little like cold, but that's probably not COVID, right? And she's like, yeah, probably not. And poor thing, she's pregnant too at this time. I was just, yeah, so we were both like basically in denial this day. Then she went and got tested, and I decided to like quarantine because I'd been exposed. So I no longer was around anybody. But during that, you know, week that I was still, I didn't know I was exposed, I was with my parents, I was with my family, I was with my kids, I was with David. So luckily I hadn't been going to the gym at that time, and I wasn't really like out a whole lot, but I was definitely with my family. So I told my parents, crying, sobbing. I was just like, oh my gosh, somebody I know has COVID and I feel like I probably have it, and gave it to you guys. And they were like, what? No, you're being ridiculous. Like, no way. So I start like isolating and stuff, and then I ended up feeling really like just like almost like pregnancy symptoms. Like so tired, body aches, nauseous, stuff like that. And then I was like kind of thinking, I wonder if I have it. And then I couldn't taste or smell. That was like a few days after the cold symptoms. So I couldn't taste or smell. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I have it. I know I have COVID. Like literally could not taste a single thing and couldn't smell anything. Like David sprayed perfume in my face because he didn't believe me and I couldn't smell it. Like I was like, and he's like, you have COVID. And I was like, oh my gosh. So then I was really, really freaking out, telling my parents that like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So that's where, this is where the part where it's like harder to talk about, because then I wasn't scared about me. Like I really couldn't care less. I know as bad as that sounds, but like I didn't really care that I had it. I just was like, oh my gosh, I was with my parents and with my family and I was just like freaking out. So my friend, she's like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and get tested, because she was working at the time. So she went and got tested and she was positive. So then her brother, who was also with us at the pool that day, went and got tested. He came back positive. And then like 1 or 2 more people from the pool went and got tested and they were all positive. So basically everybody from the pool was positive, and I'm like, okay, so that's where we all got it from. David had 0 symptoms, never got it, nothing. My kids never got it. Like I think they might have had runny noses for like a day or 2, but that was it. Like they never really got sick either. So my parents now at this point, they went and got tested because my mom's like, yeah, we're kind of feeling like cold symptoms, whatever. So they got tested and they were positive. So my mom actually had called her doctor and she told her she started to not be able to taste or smell. So he told her like, just stay home, quarantine. She's like, do I need to come in and take a test? And he's like, not necessarily, like you can definitely just stay home and just assume you have it and isolate. So that's the route I took, because that's the part where I feel like people might be like, why didn't you go get tested? I don't care to go drive to a hospital or wherever you go to get tested, potentially expose more people just for someone to put a swab up my nose and tell me that I have the virus. Like, if I think I have the virus, I'll stay home in quarantine and get over it. I'm not gonna go and like take the test just so they can like add it to their numbers and say that I have it. Like, unless there was a real issue, like if I was working and I needed to like go somewhere, but I didn't have anywhere to be, I could safely be at home for I think it was 10 or 12 days at the time. They always were changing it. I could safely be at home by myself and not have to worry about like exposing anyone else. So to me it was like, what's the point of getting tested just to prove that I have positive tests? Like, why? So especially when I had all the people that I was with get positive and then the new people that I was with get positive, I was like the middle link. I knew I had it. So my parents got tested and they were positive, and that's the part where I just like felt really, really, really bad about. I still feel like so guilty about it today. And my brother also tested positive. So basically I gave it to my family and I feel terrible. My parents were so understanding. I mean, they were so understanding. They were just like, it's okay. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, it's fine. We probably got it from somewhere else. Cause they had actually traveled the weekend that I had gone to the pool. They had traveled and went on a little like vacation. So she's like, we could have got it there. And I'm like, you didn't get it there though. You got it from me. Like, I know you got it from me, but they were trying to be nice about it. And I just felt so guilty. I think that honestly, that was the worst part of the whole thing, was just the guilt that I felt of the fact that I spread it. So, and I spread it to my brother. He was not happy. He was so angry, and rightly so. Like, I mean, yeah, it's just, it sucks. It sucks for anyone that gets it. It's just, the whole thing sucks. So he's over it now. Like, he's over being mad about it, and he's not sick anymore. Everyone honestly got over it really quickly. My mom was sick the longest. She got over it, but then like she got worse. And honestly, I feel like from stories that I've heard is that you sometimes can develop like a pneumonia afterwards. And I think that that's what happened to her. So she ended up having to get a nebulizer, which is like to help her breathe. So that was super scary. And she was just like not doing well, but she's totally fine now. So she is completely well and better, which I'm so thankful for. And my dad was, he was sick for a little bit, but he's all better now too. So anyways, that's pretty much my story. I did feel just like really like body aches and nausea. I can't speak. I don't like to speak on this topic, that's why. So I got over it probably within like 6 days. And then my taste took a little longer. It was 11 days that I couldn't taste or smell. And my parents both lost their taste and smell. My brother did not lose his taste or smell. So we all had like slightly different symptoms, but I just think it is interesting that some people in my family did get it and some of us didn't get it. But regardless, we're all safe and healthy. So, I mean, it's obviously a super real virus and you can get it from anywhere and you can pass it on really quickly and easily without even realizing it. So it was kind of an eye-opener, but I'm kind of in a weird way glad that I got it and got it over with, just to like, I don't know. I can't go into details, but I'm okay that I got it. I just hate that I spread it. That's basically the story. If you guys have more questions on it, let me know. I mean, I'm being very vague about things just because it's just like a touchy topic. Like YouTube will probably take my video down just for saying COVID. Like it's a lot. So yeah. Anyways, let's move on to a different topic. Okay, I was going to talk to you guys about my mental health. So I know I've been talking about that lately in the past year. It's like the hot topic for 2020, right? Because we're all struggling. So in May, I went on anti-anxiety medication, did that for like 5 or 6 months, and then I just had switched pretty recently, like a month or so ago, to a new anti-anxiety medication because I felt like the old one wasn't helping. So I again was just so tired and exhausted, and I just felt, did I talk about this in a vlog? I think I might have. But I just felt like not really myself. And so I ended up calling my doctor, and she was like, I was like, I just don't think I want to be on anything. Like at one point, the last night that I had taken my medicine, I was laying in bed and I kind of felt like slightly crazy. Like I just felt like I was having racing thoughts and like tons of anxiety, and I was like kind of crazy. And the thing is like, I'll drink my wine. Wine is totally fine for me, but I think when it comes to like drugs, like it almost mentally, especially someone with anxiety, can give you more anxiety, because I was like tricking myself into thinking other things. Like anti-anxiety medication can cause depression, and it can cause suicidal thoughts, and it can cause other things. So when someone already has anxiety and then you're like, well, wait, is this causing depression? Is this causing like bad thoughts? Like it was just kind of like actually making me crazy in a bad way. So I told the doctor all of this, and I said, I just kind of want to be on something all natural so that I know like it's actually me, and like not like the medication like making me feel weird or have weird thoughts and stuff. And she was like, 100% totally try it out. So I went off that night, and I was on the lowest dose possible, so there was like no weaning off of it. So I went off of my medication. It's been about a week and a half or maybe 2 weeks now, and I have to tell you guys, I feel amazing. I did just get off a juice cleanse a couple days ago, and I felt really good with that too. So it could be like part of my juice cleanse, but also like I just feel so good, like energized. I haven't had the urge to like, I was so sleepy. And that's another thing with those drugs, is they can make you really tired and sleepy. And I don't want to say this so people like who need medicine like are gonna not take it, but I want to say it because there's people like me who maybe tried it and it's not really working, but you're trying to stick to, you know, you're trying to figure it out. Like we all are trying to figure out what works for us for our mental health. So that's why I want to share this, because I went off of it thinking, you know, I was like, I don't want, you know, for the whole time I was like, I really want it to work. And so I felt like it was working, but at some point I just felt like it wasn't. And so I got off of it, and I have not been feeling anxious really. And I've been feeling so energized, and I've been feeling really, really happy. So I think that is just, I don't know, it's just crazy. Like the tiredness that I felt when I was on anti-anxiety, depression medication was like a fog, like so sleepy. Now I don't have that. Like I haven't had the urge to like lay down. It's just so bizarre because I was used to that for like 6 months. And I think even before I was on medication, I was used to that. So I don't know, like today I have tons of energy. I don't know if you can tell by my vibe, but I have a lot of like positive energy today. I haven't even had coffee. I have not had coffee today. All I've had is just water and a few sips of wine. So like it is really helping me. I started taking, I'm just really upping my supplement game in 2021. You guys know I'm such a supplement snob. I've been taking Plexus for like 4 years now. I still take all of those. A lot of you guys were asking if I still take Plexus. I do. I still take the core products, ProBio 5, that's my probiotic that I swear by. BioCleanse, really great magnesium supplement, and then Slim, which is a really good drink. And then I like to add in tons of other things. So I've been doing like vitamin B12. I added in a little bit of iron. I've added in zinc, vitamin C, vitamin D. So I have been taking lots of great supplements too to kind of help with everything. And then I started one specifically for mental health, and I started taking that one at nighttime, and I asked my doctor about it first. I just found it on Amazon, but I did a lot of research first on like natural supplements to help with anxiety, and the results were always 5-HTP. So that is like a natural occurring substance in your body. I don't know for sure. I should have brought the bottle down here. Anyways, it's like mood, brain, sleep. Yeah, mood, brain, and sleep, I think is what it says on the bottle. But it's really for like balancing everything out and like making you better. So a lot of the comments, I ordered it on Amazon. I'll link it down below. A lot of the reviews on Amazon were saying like I was able to get off my anxiety medication for this. So I'm like, that's interesting. So I've been on that for a few days now, and I don't know if that's like really helped too, but I feel amazing. And then I also ordered something from Target by the Ollie line recently to help for, I have a couple things. So basically I have like general anxiety, but then I can also get panic attacks. So if I have a panic attack, I do have Xanax for that, and I haven't had to take that for a couple of weeks now. But just in case, I still have plenty and I can still get it. But like also I would like to not have that or have something else that would work. Cause you know, what happens if I couldn't get that or something? Like I just see, cause I have anxiety. So I think those thoughts all the time. Like, and so anyways, I tried something natural from Target, the Ollie line, and it's called Be Calm. And they're soft gels, and they're like light blue or something, turquoise. Anyways, I only tried it once because I only had like a little bit of anxiety once so far in the past couple of weeks. And I took them, and they actually work within like 30 minutes. So it's kind of like taking an Advil, and it helps kind of relax your body, and it's all natural ingredients. So I think that that's really cool. So if you have issues, like maybe look into some natural things. I know a lot of people do like their essential oils and stuff like that to help too, which is cool. So I'm just happy that I'm happy and I'm finding things that are working for me in a more natural way. So I just wanted to touch on that because I feel like that's just really important to me, is to, number one, have mental clarity and mental health for myself, but also be able to share it with you guys because I want to help you in any way that I can. And I know like I always seek out that kind of information online. I'm like Googling things constantly. Like, what does this mean? Sorry, I have like something in my eye. You know, I just am always like thinking about those things too. So I guess that's it. What else do I want to talk about? I wanted to talk about reality TV. Let me take a drink. I hope this isn't boring for you guys. So I got on a reality TV kick during like Christmas, New Year's break with Bravo. I started watching what are they called? Don't Be Tardy. Don't Be Tardy. I'd seen all the seasons except for their newest season where they were in an RV for the whole season. And so I saw that that was on. We have YouTube TV. It's so expensive. When we started it was like $40. Now it's like $65 a month. But it is worth it because you get like every channel and you can watch like tons of stuff. So that's what I watched it on. A lot of people were like, how do you watch this? So that's what I watched it on. But I started that and it was so good. I just love like trashy TV like that. That show like makes me want to have a really big family because they just look like they have so much fun together. So I watched that, binged it, and then I started getting into Southern Charm, which I had started a long time ago. I mean, that show's been around for a while. So I was like kind of caught up. I think I was like 2 seasons behind. So I started watching it. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. I was like, this is so good. So David, when he cut his finger, he like couldn't do much. And so he was like sitting on the couch. He's like, I guess turn on that Southern Charm show. And we were watching it like all day together. And now I can't watch it without him because he like doesn't want to miss it. but it's so good. We just started the latest season, which is when COVID hits, and it's just really good. I feel like I say y'all now because of that show. I love their like style. I love how cute like the girls dress. I love that they have parties all the time, and like they all like go to each other's houses and they have like these fancy parties, and it's just so fun because like that is so not anyone's typical life. Like it's just so fun. It's also weird that they've all like slept with each other, and it's really weird. Cameron, she's my favorite. She's probably everyone's favorite. I love her. I don't think she's on the newest season though. I'm pretty sure she's not on it, but she, what was I gonna say? Oh, she goes to like all these like trips and weekends and things without her husband. It's just so crazy to me, and I understand like he doesn't want to be on TV, but I don't know, I couldn't do that. Like it's so weird. And I was telling David, he's like, how does her husband let her go and do all these things with all these dudes all the time? And I'm like, you never know with reality TV. Like her husband could maybe be there on those trips too, and he's just not on camera, you know, like they could be lying and he's actually there staying in the room with her. So maybe that's what's going on, because I'm just like, that is so strange to me that she does all these things with all these guys. I mean, she's very close with them. I don't know, male, female friendships like that just seem kind of weird. Like I feel like there's always like some sort of underlying flirting or something going on, right? Because it's just weird. But it's so good. Love it. Highly recommend it. So I asked you guys on Instagram like what other shows we would like if we like those, and a lot of you gave me some new ideas. Marrying Millionaires or something like that. Marrying Millions sounds really good, so I'm gonna watch that. And then some Utah, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City sounds really good. So those are the two. Oh, and Below Deck. So many people have said Below Deck is good. I've never watched it, and there's probably so many seasons on Bravo, so we might try that too. I could also get into all the different housewives probably, so we've got lots of stuff to venture into. But we also love all the 90 days, like 90 Day Fiance, 90 Day the Other Way, 90 Day Happily Ever After. All of those are so good. We're currently watching the newest 90 Day Fiance. I'm trying to think. Oh, my favorite couple on that show is one guy and the girl from Russia, and he still lives with his parents, and then her and him have to sleep in separate bedrooms because they live at the parents' house and they don't want their two of them sleeping in the same room when they're not married, obviously. But it's so funny. Like they're just such an odd relationship, and the parents are always like hovering behind. Like the parents are just always there. Like they're getting married too. Like the parents are just like right there. It is so funny. And then the other couple, the one from Ukraine, and then the guy that lives in like Wisconsin or something, he lives like out in the snow. She hates him. All she does is complain about him all the time. Like they go out to eat and he orders a beer and she's like, you're gonna drink. And then he orders meat and she's like, you're gonna eat meat. And I'm like, what do you like about him? Like you always are complaining about everything he does. It's so funny. And then she's like, why aren't you gonna marry me? And it's like, it's crazy. So all those shows are so good. I love couple shows. Like it's just fun seeing like other relationships because it's so bizarre to me. Everyone's so different. But I guess that's it. I don't know. Let me know what other shows you guys are watching. Let me know if you've had COVID, if you have had a COVID test, all the things. If you, what else? If you've gotten it twice, if you lost your taste. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's not talked about that much because, like I said, no one really wants to say that they got it. It's like a scarlet letter, and it sucks because it's very, very spreadable. So hopefully things will be better in 2021, but who knows? We'll see. Anyways, I'll see you guys in my next video. Cheers.